Hi everyone, this is a Math 082 video on 3.2 using the zero power rule and negative exponents. So as always, we're going to think about order of operations. So the first thing we want to think about is parentheses. So the only parentheses I see are right here. So inside my parentheses, I have a y squared and z to the negative 7th. There's nothing inside those parentheses that can be combined, so then I'm going to move on to my exponents, which means that I'm going to try to resolve the exponent that is raising that whole parenthetical expression to the fourth power. In my previous videos, I have strongly recommended that even though it takes a little bit more time, it's advisable to go through your problem and rewrite the whole thing. Again, it's tedious, but that way at the end you don't realize that you forgot your problem. I've done that many, many times. Okay, so looking at the yellow highlighted expression, we are going to use the power rule. So we're going to have y squared raised to the fourth power. Then we're going to have z to the negative 7th power raised to the fourth power. So let's see if we can resolve that. So I have x to the first power, which is just x, times, remember this is the power rule here. I have a power raised to a power. The power rule says that that means we have to multiply our exponents. And I made a whole video on the power rule back in 3.1 that you can go watch if you want to. Okay, and likewise z to the negative 7th, then raised to the negative 4th, we multiply those two numbers. All right, so we've gotten rid of all of our parentheses. As you can see here, there are still many terms that have exponents in them. So we're still kind of looking at that. So let's look at our denominator. We have x to the 6th and y to the 7th. We have z to the negative 4th power. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in a different color because I'm about to get rid of it, is x to the 0 power. Okay, and remember, as long as x is not equal to 0, we can assume that x to the 0 is equal to 1. So since that's equal to 1, I'm just going to omit it from further parts of this equation because we know that it's 1. Anything times 1 is just whatever that thing is. Okay, so as you can see, we have conveniently written this so that our x's, are right over top of each other. Our y's are right over top of each other. And likewise, our z's, are on top of each other. And that's really convenient because now we can use the quotient rule to resolve some of these exponents. So looking at the x's, I dropped the 1. I guess I should kind of put it back there. So remember, the quotient rule says that if I have something like this, if I have x to the first divided by x to the 6th power, that what I really need to do is subtract my exponents. So that's going to give me x to the negative 5th power. If you need more practice on the quotient rule, you can go back to 3.1. I posted lots of good videos that go over that. Okay, 8 minus 7 is 1. And then this one, I would strongly recommend that you write out. Because remember, the quotient rule, it's already subtraction. And then you throw some negative signs in there and stuff gets weird. And because we are humans and not computers, it's so easy to make sign errors. Okay, so we have negative 28 minus negative 4. As you can see, I changed that to plus a positive. Negative 28 plus 4 should give us, I believe, negative 24. Okay, so then I have z to the negative 24th power. And again, remember, we already got rid of this. We don't need to rewrite him. All right, so let's look at this guy. Is anything missing? So I didn't write this out, but remember, they always, always, always are going to want you to write this in terms of positive exponents. So right now I see 1, 2 different exponents that are negative. okay? If negative exponents confuse you, go back and watch the video that I made that explain what negative exponents mean. So remember, it means that we move it downstairs if it's already upstairs. And so we're going to have 1 times y. Y is positive, so he gets to stay up there. Z is negative, so we move him downstairs and make the exponent positive. So it's really up to you whether you would like to write that 1 or not write that 1. But this should be your final answer.